Can you imagine the times when a terrible headache hits you just before an important interview or meeting, which does not go away even after you have taken a pill? This is because the current existing drug therapies still suffer from lack of specificity, lack of efficacy, and increasing toxicity, for example. Well, nanomedicines are here to change the paradigm on how we treat known disease. Nanomedicines provide more precise drug treatments as compared with the conventional medicines. Nanomedicines can take away that headache much faster and more efficiently than the conventional tablet does. But what are nanomedicines? Well, nanomedicines are tiny small particles carrying drugs, also called drug nanocarriers, which are of such a small size that we cannot see them with our naked eye. These tiny drug nanocarriers can be 1,000 times smaller than the thickness of my hair, or even smaller. And let's remember, 1 meter is 1,000 million nanometers. The nanomedicine field is the application of tiny particles at the nanometer scale, the so-called nanoparticles, for better control of drug delivery after administration and for targeting applications too. For example, cancer tumors. Currently, there are more than 50 nanomedicines in clinical use, mainly for the treatment of cancer, but several other nanomedicines are in clinical trials for cancer therapy and other diseases as well. So when pain hits us, we do seek for help from some anti-inflammatory medicines to aid to relieve the pain. However, when it comes to chronic disease, such as certain cancers, diabetes, or heart disease, the situation is very different because of the continuous need to take medicines by the patients. In this case, patients not only need constant medication, but also need a precise control on the drug dose and the drug administration time. Often, the constant medication can lead to severe side effects to the patients, because such drugs are not enough specific to reach the right place in the body at the right time and with the right dose. So is there a way to improve the situation? Meaning, can we provide a better quality of life to patients suffering from such chronic disease in such a way that the administration of drugs would be safer, more efficient, and with much less side effects? With nanomedicines, we can achieve all this. Nanomedicines provide more precise drug treatments as compared with the conventional medicines, therefore offering a better quality of life to patients. So, small is more in this case. But how do nanomedicines really work? Let's imagine this sugar cube in my hand could be squeezed to such a small size that we would no longer see it with our naked eye, but it would be still there. Now let's imagine inside this sugar cube I can pack drug molecules of any kind. Let's continue imagining that instead of one sugar cube with the drug inside, I could fit millions of sugar cubes at my fingertip. So nanomedicines give to the conventional drugs a totally new life. Why? Because they aid the existing drugs and the new drugs in improving their efficacy for the treatment of chronic disease and others. This drives the drugs precisely into the unhealthy cells or tissues in the body where they are mostly needed, which is not possible otherwise with most of the conventional therapies. This in turn aids to reduce the drug side effects when administered to patients. In the case of cancer, for example, nanomedicines can carry anti-cancer drugs and deliver them very efficiently inside the cancer cells in order to prevent their growth, making the cancer treatments much more specific, precise, and controllable. What we do with nanomedicines in our lab. For several years, my research group has focused on the design and application of different nanomedicines with different characteristics to tackle some of the current problems in delivering drugs across different biological barriers. For example, we can precisely engineer nanomedicines in such a way that they work very much like a postman delivering a letter to you. When the letter has the right address or zip code to your home, the postman knows where to drop the letter in your mailbox, even if the postman does not know your name. Targetable nanomedicines work in a similar fashion. Nanomedicines with the right zip code attached on their surface can bring the drugs to the right location in the body where they should work, and also in the right amounts. Because targeted nanomedicines can lock into the surface of the unhealthy cells, just like a key in the right lock to open a door, we can create nanomedicines to precisely deliver drugs to unhealthy cells. Once they reach the right cells, the drugs are released. In the case of cancer, the anti-cancer drugs will then kill specifically these cancer cells only. Currently, our lab focuses on the development of several pharmaceutical nanoformulations, such as injectable nanovaccines for cancer immunotherapy, injectable nanomedicines for targeting to the infarcted myocardium, oral drug nanoformulations for delivery of insulin for diabetes therapy, as well as nanomedicines for local drug delivery and regenerative medicines, just to mention a few. So what makes nanomedicine so special? First, they can be tailored to the needs of each patient and disease, making them personalized therapies. Second, they can carry and target drugs to the right cells in the body. Third, they can be administered in different ways, for example, orally or intravenously. Fourth, they can bring the drug specific to the unhealthy cells and therefore reducing the side effects of the drugs in the healthy cells. And finally, nanomedicines are biocompatible and biodegradable, meaning that they are harmless to the human body and due to their characteristics, once it's inside the body and after they have delivered the drugs, they can break down into very small pieces and be safely removed from the body, just like the sugar cube dissolves in a cup of coffee. How nanomedicines can impact the way we treat patients in the future? Well, nanomedicines carrying drugs aid solving current health-related issues, like nowadays the vaccines being developed for COVID pandemic, where some are based on nanomedicines platform. Therefore, what inspires and motivates me the most is that nanomedicines can be made to respond to several of the patient's treatment needs. This is driving us to develop novel, complex nanomedical approaches, such as the prominent biohybrid nanomedicines made of the combination of different nanoparticles with cell-based components. For example, for vaccination in cancer immunotherapy or for enhancing the drug's targetability inside the unhealthy cells without damaging the healthy ones. The more we investigate and understand how the nanomedicines work, the closer we get to develop nanomedicines to become translatable to a clinical setting and to reach the patients. As a scientist, I believe if drugs can be precisely targeted to the exact right place in the body, we can direct the drug treatments in a more efficient way and significantly use smaller drug doses and consequently reducing the overall side effects of the drugs. To achieve this, we need nanomedicines like the ones we are developing in our lab, which are versatile nanotools for future clinical translation for the different medical and personalized therapies. Therefore, we can take advantage of nanomedicines and use them to revolutionize the way we treat our patients suffering from different diseases in a personalized manner by offering a better quality of life to patients. So for nanomedicines, small is definitely more, but the potential in treating disease is huge.